Now for props. So you might like to have a yoga mat or maybe a yoga towel, especially if you travel a lot or you tend to be a little bit sweaty. There is listed below a couple of recommendations I have for buying mats and yoga towels. Or maybe you choose to start off using your floorboards, your rug, your carpet. If you are practicing on floorboards, especially, I recommend that you have a couple of blankets around, folded blankets or maybe even big thick beach towels. Maybe even some hand towels, because you can use these underneath knees, or even if you need them underneath wrist to give your wrist just that little bit of support if you get a bit tender in there. But you can lay with them behind the head and lay with blankets underneath the spine. You can also make your own bolster with blankets. So if you've got some nice firm blankets, you could roll them up. Maybe I've got a quiltlet wrapped around it as well. And generally your bolsters are about 70 to 90 centimeters long and about 20 to 25 centimeters in diameter. So that might be your alternative for a bolster. However, when you are ready to purchase a bolster, they can be quite expensive. So I have got some recommendations listed below. Mindful that you can actually empty your bolster of some of the stuffing. So if you do find when it arrives it's a little bit too hard, you can usually unzip them and pull a little bit of stuffing out. So you can make it as soft as you need. So I do recommend when you start to have at least 2 blocks. These are $4 at Kmart. We can buy them on eBay as well. You can get them online. And I recommend you get the same dimension. But I tend to have a foam block because they're great for squeezing and holding. But then I also like having cork blocks, which I have some recommendations below of where to buy, because they can be a lot firmer to stand on, to rest on in balances. They're just a bit more stable. When we use a yoga belt or a strap, you might like to just use a bathrobe instead, so you can bring that around your foot. Or maybe you've got a regular belt. But when you are ready to buy a yoga belt, getting one that has the double D ring, it's a little more supportive than, and it's cotton rather than nylon. It's a little more supportive than the ones that are a latch buckle. And that would be around about 2.5 centimeters in width. So it's nice and firm over the foot, the ball of the foot. And then you might like to have an eye pillow for when you come into your shavasana and meditations. And then there's also a couple of series online where you use TheraBands and microbands, and these are from Kmart as well. And you can usually buy a pack of 3 different levels for about $8, and 4 different levels, so ranging from light, medium, heavy to extra heavy, for about the same, about $8 at Kmart. You can buy them online as well. And we also have a couple of series online where we use foam roller and tennis balls. And with the foam rollers, you can get them from, this one's from Clark Rubber, you can get them online. It's 90 centimeters long, but you can get shorter at Kmart. You can get this 90 centimeter length from Physio Supplies and also Rebel. And you might also like to have a set of Bluetooth headphones if you do need to block out a little bit of your surrounds, if you've got some atmosphere around you. And you can also follow me on Spotify, Inspya Me online, if you want some suggestions of yoga music to play while you practice. Well, feel free to email me if you have any questions about yoga props or practicing at home. And enjoy your practice. Namaste.